Tennessee. The Vawl Navy's making waves, and it's orange they bleed. Vawl Nation's tailgating, and they're raring to go. Yeah, when Neyland gets to rocking, it's a hell of a show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 25 of the Vawls Deep Podcast. Our Tennessee Volunteers are now 7-2 with the win over UConn on Saturday in the homecoming matchup. Now Tennessee will be traveling northwest Missouri to take on the Tigers for a huge SEC matchup and one of the most important games of the season. How y'all feeling about this week?
Pretty excited. There's a lot on the line this week. Not only do we got to take care of business, but let's say I think the Volunteer faithful need to be rooting on old Kiffin this weekend.
We're peaking at the right time, Luke. I'm excited. I know all the Vols fans out here are excited, but it's a big road test this week. So let's suit them up and see what happens.
Oh, yeah, definitely a big test. I'm excited as can be, but I'm nervous also. Big implications on the line between us, Georgia, Ole Miss, everything going on.
Yeah, huge game, fired up. We'll get more into this matchup as we go on in the show. As always, we're coming to you live tonight from the Vawl Cave. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. So share this out for us. Give us some likes if you don't care. We thank all of you for listening, for your support. Those of you that can't watch the entire show tonight, it will be uploaded on all podcast platforms after it airs live. We got a ton to talk about regarding this Tennessee football team. We'll also hit on some Tennessee basketball news. We'll talk about everything you need to hear regarding the latest Tennessee news in athletics. We're going to grade position groups from Tennessee's last performance. We're going to go over General Neyland's game maxims. Did Tennessee cover all Neyland's maxims versus UConn? I believe we did. We're going to preview this week's matchup versus Missouri. We'll give you all the information you need regarding that game. We'll also have our keys to the game against the Tigers. We have this week's game predictions coming up. We have giveaways as well. Spur, who won last week's prediction giveaway?
A filler by the name of James Simonelli.
Simonelli.
That's how you say it, 'cause he told me for sure. That's how you say his name.
Gotta say it fast.
Simonelli.
Gotta say it fast. Congratulations to James Simonelli for winning last week's giveaway. We'll message you soon unless you've already messaged.
Yeah, I've already messaged him. I got his address, so we're good to go.
Good deal. We'll be doing another giveaway tonight. Spur will go over how that works later in the show, giving away gift cards, baseball, football cards, and some decals. Speaking of predictions, the current football pick'em standings go as follows. In first place, still, we have Corbin.
That's right.
Still right there.
That's right.
He went 6-4 last week, bringing his overall record to 68-34. Myself and Spur are currently tied for second place. Spur went 9-1, and I went 6-4. We both have an overall record of 66-36, so we're right behind you, Corbin.
Just for the record, I would have won our contest this week because I was pretty spot on even on the points total.
Yeah, Spanky, he's in last place. He went 7-3 last week. Overall record of 64-30.
I ain't got to draw out the cup.
No, me and Corbin tied, but Corbin was closer to the final score. So the Vawl Daddy has to dip out of the cup of misfortune tonight and see what my punishment is for losing the weekly pick'em. We'll also do our upcoming pick'ems, and we'll explain to you how all that works towards the end of the show. We have start bench cut. We have Florida, Alabama, Georgia, or other, and of course we have the duel. Who will win the championship belt tonight? Corbin was showing it off last night on the Morgan County Today podcast. Did y'all see that?
When you're the champ, you got to make the towns, make your rounds.
A groundbreaking. Hey, I heard they had their highest viewership last night, Corbin. Congratulations. 3 people.
I was
3 people.
I was representing the show like a world champion does, showing off the title belt, giving the show some promotional work. You know what I mean? So that's what a world champ does.
Nobody cares.
Well, I'm feeling pretty good this week, so I think the belt's coming back home with me.
Got some good questions coming up in the duel. It's fan and listener voted, so we'll need you all to stick around. Vote in the comment section who you think won the duel. You don't want to miss this entertainment. Spanky's already been arguing with Corbin for about the last hour, so I think it's going to be pretty good tonight.
Y'all been going an hour already?
Yeah. He said something stupid earlier.
Imagine that.
He's an idiot over there.
I'm the one that proved you right, dummy.
He said something stupid, and he's an idiot. Yep, I'm right in the middle of you two.
We'll be right back with our recap. Share this out for us to your friends. Let's have a good time tonight. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the Vawl Daddy. I want to give a big shout out to the Fairview Union. Great musicians, local people. Chad's from my hometown. They were gracious enough to let us use their music for our podcast. Make sure you check them out. They're huge Tennessee fans. You won't be disappointed. Let's hear them play.
Man, you won't believe that roar when the boys find the checkerboard. The big orange is back. It's a fact. Volunteers, where you at? Get loud, staying proud. Send a message to the crowd. Y'all better get used to the fact the big orange is back on track. Coach Hyper, where you at? Getting it done, having fun.
He was defensive over that one. Welcome back to episode 25 of the Vawls Deep Podcast. Coming to you live on Facebook and YouTube. We're about to hit this week's recap. We appreciate the likes, comments, shares. Keep them rolling in for us. James Fair says, what's up, fellas? Go Big Orange. Kimberly says, hey, guys, go Big Orange. Travis Duncan says, my boys. Let's go.
What's up,
Premier
Travis?
Excavation, baby. James Fair says, Blaney is the real champ.
Give him credit. He won a championship.
Stephen Wilson says, go Vols. All right, so Tennessee beats UConn 59-3. Homecoming, solid beatdown. Overall thoughts on Tennessee's performance versus UConn?
We could have hung 100 on them if we wanted to, but we're just nice guys.
It's like an old saying, beat 'em, bust 'em, that's our custom. And I think we beat 'em and we busted 'em.
You know, we done exactly what we should have done. We took control early. We never let them have any glimpse of hope. A little nervous early on as their first drive was decent, led to their only points, a field goal. But let's be honest, they had no chance against this Tennessee team that seemed to be coming together right now at crunch time.
Yeah, Tennessee done what they needed to do. Love the
Exactly.
performance. I know it's UConn, but we didn't screw around or,
No, and hey, I'll admit,
out
you know,
dead.
I agree with UConn's coach. You know, they played with class, as he wanted to say. You know, class.
I should have let Schuler put one in at the end, in my opinion.
I bet if Hyper would have known what their coach would have done after the game, I bet you money he would have.
Could Tennessee be peaking at the right time?
That's what I say. Tennessee is definitely peaking right now. It's great to see, and like you said, if he was going to play with dirty class or whatever you want to call it, no class, then he would have put one in the end zone there at the end. I don't know what UConn's coach expects us to do. You know, Nico needed some experience. Gaston Moore needed some experience. We're not going to let those quarterbacks come in and just hand the ball off and run the clock. They need to run our offense. That's what games like this are for.
Yeah, if we was running up, we'd have left Nico in the whole time.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's go over some offensive stats. Tennessee ran the ball as a team 34 times for 275 yards. That's an 8.1 average per attempt. 2 touchdowns. Jalen Wright, 8 carries for 113 yards and 1 touchdown. I think that comes like 14 yards a carry or something. That's crazy. Cam Seldon, 6 carries for 35 yards. Patrick Wilk, 2 carries for 33 yards. Dylan Sampson, 5 carries for 28 yards. A lot of running. Hunter Barnes, 4 carries for 17 yards. Navy Schuler, 2 for 15. Joe Milton, 2 for 7 yards and a touchdown. And Khalifa Keith, 3 carries for 5 yards. Thoughts on this Russian offense?
And, you know, even with all those yards, there was still more opportunities on the field. I liked their game plan. The run allowed Joe and Nico both to open up the passing game and gain some more confidence. Truthfully, sitting there in the stands, I thought we threw the ball more than I expected. So good to see a little bit of balance.
Jalen Wright, man, he's coming along. He is doing good things here in Tennessee.
Yeah, you can't ask for much more. This is pretty much the norm right now. Spanky, you all right over there, bud?
Yeah, I'm trying to read the comments over here.
Oh, okay. Tennessee through the air, 21 of 31, 375 yards and 3 touchdowns. Joe Milton was 11 for 14 for 254 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's a 98.0 quarterback rating. Nico was 5 for 9, 86 yards, a touchdown. That's a 97.3 quarterback rating. Gaston Moore was 4 for 7, 36 yards, and Navy Schuler was 1 for 1, but we're going to talk about the negative play.
He completed his pass.
Great day passing the football for Tennessee. What do y'all think?
Yeah, good day passing the football. Joe Milton, he's been consistently around that 250 mark. I mean, very consistent. Like, I feel like this is like the third time he's got 254 yards.
It makes people who hated on him earlier in the year make them eat crow now.
You know, it's what we expected to see all season. Joe looks great suddenly, and he's even throwing on the run. Luke, they completed 2 slant passes. You requested it.
Yes, they
and
did.
They completed
I
them.
did.
Right up the middle,
Yes.
too.
Beautiful.
Just something simple, man. That's what
As
I
soon,
want.
as soon as he threw it, I was like, Luke's going to be happy.
I was happy. Let's hit our receivers now. 21 catches, 375 yards. Squirrel White, not going to hit every receiver, but we'll hit the top here. Squirrel White, 2 catches, 94 yards and a touchdown. Ramel Keaton, 2 catches for 81 yards and a touchdown. McAllen Castles, 4 catches, 56 yards and a touchdown. Love that Castles had four catches.
Absolutely.
Ethan Davis, freshman tight end, big 4-star. He had 2 catches for 33 yards. Caleb Webb, a catch for 28 yards. And Dante Thornton, 2 catches for 26 yards. Solid job, Tennessee's wide receiving core.
Yeah, it was a great performance against a clearly outmatched secondary of UConn's. You know, I've never seen a receiver more wide open than Ramel Keaton was on that first touchdown pass anyway. There wasn't a Husky within 30 yards of him. And Joe noticed it too and literally laid the ball in his hands. It was a lollipop.
Oh, it was.
Yeah. I was standing up before he ever threw the ball because I knew it was a touchdown. You know, younger receivers got to see the field, and we had a glimpse of what the future is to hold, so it looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, we had 8 receivers over 11 yards per catch on the average, and 2 of them was over 40. So, hell of a performance from our receiving game.
Tennessee on defense, 1 sack, 13 tackles for loss, 3 defensive touchdowns. That's 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery. Great day, only allowing 35 rush yards and only allowing 3 points.
You know, UConn gained some yards early on, but it was pretty much shut down defense from there on. We need to see more of a pass rush. It's a big concern going into Missouri this week because we got to get more pressure on the quarterback, especially these next 2 weeks.
Been sandbagging.
There's never any way to complain when you only hold an opponent to 3 points.
No. Ain't much to complain about then.
Individually, tackles for Tennessee. Again, not going to hit all these. We'll hit the top ones. Elijah Herring led the team again. 8 tackles. Danico Slaughter had 5 tackles, a sack, and a tackle for loss. Jeremiah Thielander had 5 tackles. He's a true freshman linebacker, and a tackle for loss. Elijah Simmons, good to see him out there doing something. 4 tackles and a tackle for loss. Just I don't know. I love the young play that we're getting out of the defensive players. Thoughts on Tennessee's special teams performance?
Like you said, developing the young players, because that's how your future gets developed right there, is developing the guys you got that's going to be here for the long haul.
Yeah, you're going to talk about special teams. There's really not much can be said other than they did their jobs. We had 1 kickoff out of bounds, no huge returns, but no mistakes either. You know, even Tutty Bill made a field goal.
Yep.
So is that his first of his career?
Backup kicker. I want to say yeah. I had two returns off kickoffs for 38 yards, 2 punt returns for 25 yards, and 2 punts for 83 yards from Jackson Ross. Not much to say. They're just doing their job. And the kick out of bounds, I mean, it was kind of Mickey Mouse.
Yeah,
like it could have.
Well, still, I mean, kicking out of bounds, it's been driving me crazy all season.
Yeah, it's been a trend, that's for sure.
This is it's like 1 a game.
Yeah, but this was one of those where it was a kick toward the corner. They were trying to get UConn to return the ball, and the UConn returner just let it bounce, and then it bounced 2 or 3 or 4 times and went out of bounds at the 1 yard line. It almost stayed in the field of play and could have been a return for Tennessee, but you know it skirted out of bounds. No big deal.
We will hit the comment box real quick. Robin Shelton, hell has froze over. He says
my
he says
God.
go Vawls. He don't have no confidence in them Gators this week. That's what it is.
Who's Florida playing this coming week?
Oh, we got it down. I think I can't remember who they're even playing.
This week.
Let's see here. Josh Jackson says, "What's going on, boys? What's up, Josh? Thanks for listening." Travis Duncan says, "Since the Bama game, every week we hear that's Milton's best game so far. Hopefully the trajectory stays the same, and we say that after this game." 100% agree.
Yes.
We need to say it next week. That's for sure.
And the following
week
week.
after.
Yeah, for sure. Alma off YouTube says it's homecoming. I love that Heupel puts the bench in and lets them actually run plays during those games. Don't sign up to be a homecoming opponent if you don't want to get wallered.
Yep, that's right.
Yep.
I mean, they're getting paid their money regardless, so to be there. So
And how many times, though, UConn put it down on us throughout the years in a different sport?
He also
deal
sa-
with it.
He also says, how good did it feel that they finally let Barron get that scoop and score? He only had to do it 3 times before they would actually allow
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
That's very true. Let's hit General Nealon's game maxims. We'll go over each one and agree or disagree if that maxim has been reached. Might be the easiest one so far this year. Maxim 1, the team that makes the fewest mistakes will win.
Yeah, very few mistakes on Tennessee side.
and when UConn made them, it was pretty big for them.
3 defensive touchdowns. Number 2, play for, make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. Yes,
59 points with 21 on defense. That's scoring on your breaks.
can't beat that.
Yeah.
Number 3, if at first the game or breaks go against you, don't let up. Put on more steam.
All the way to the very last minute, we continue to play. Even with our second, third, and fourth strings, they continue to play hard the whole game.
Everybody did.
Agreed. Protect
it.
our kickers, our quarterback, our lead, and our ball game.
None of that was ever in question.
Yeah, there was no big hits on Joe. Nego took 1 hit, but that's probably good for him at this stage.
Agreed. Ball, Oski, cover, block, cut, slice, pursue, and gang tackle. For this is the winning edge.
Heck, we got 2 Oskies in a row, 2 pick sixes.
Yeah, 3 defensive touchdowns on back-to-back-to-back drives. I saw a few broken tackles early, but overall it's very solid.
Press the kicking game. Here's where the breaks are made.
We made every kick we took.
Yep. Carry the fight to our opponent and keep it there for 60 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, no doubt. That we did.
Let's talk some Tennessee basketball real quick. Tennessee men's basketball rolled Tennessee Tech 80-42 in the regular season opener. Expected, but this team is fun to watch.
Yeah, they are. I think this team has the potential to be one of the best in the past few years. I really do.
They are loaded. Absolutely loaded. This may be Rick Barnes' deepest team he's ever had. If you don't have tickets to a Tennessee basketball game at this point, you better be getting them now because there's not going to be very few left in a couple of weeks. And I'm just going to say it right now. It's Final Four bust for this team. They have the talent to win it all.
They really do. I mean, even ESPN's on board with us, and they want to hate on us all the time, but they're on board with Tennessee basketball this year.
A lot of praise from the ESPN broadcaster world. A lot of Final Four and the national championship predictions right now. It's crazy.
Dalton Connect, man.
Yeah, Dalton Connect is the factor.
Yeah.
A lot of praise from all the social media outlets too. Tennessee basketball will travel to Wisconsin on Friday for a big showdown versus the Cheeseheads. That'll be 9 p.m. Great matchup. Wisconsin's unranked, but the ESPN matchup predictor gives Wisconsin a 52.9% chance to win.
It's a first road test for this team. I think Tennessee's going to come out and control the game early. I see Tennessee winning by 15 plus.
Wisconsin's not a bad basketball team, honestly, year after year.
They're usually pretty solid.
Yeah, they're pretty solid usually.
Good
so
inside.
This can be a good win for us. But if you're going to watch the game, expect it to be on Peacock, the NBC streaming service app, because apparently that's what it's going to be on this week. Because I've already got like 15 people text me from my account.
Make it 16, Corbin. The Tennessee Lady Vawls played Florida A&M yesterday at 6:30. They won 93-64. They'll play number 18 Florida State on Thursday at 6 p.m. Great matchup. Kelly Harper struggled last year versus ranked opponents early.
Does
Anxious.
anyone know how they did against U.S. team the other day?
Yeah, they
Never got
lost.
an update from that one.
They lost that game by about 45, but it was
Well,
definitely
they're-
to be expected. I
yeah,
they were
you can't do
playing
much
The
from-
absolute best of the best of the best. But the Lady Vols are pretty deep too, and they come in ranked in the top 11. Kelly Harper's put together a nice group of ladies and has some transfers that look great early. Tamari Key is back after blood clot sidelined her last year, and Rakia Jackson could be the SEC Player of the Year. They also have Jewel Spears, who was the ACC Player of the Year last year. So I look for big things to come. They're going to be a hard team to beat. I'm excited to see their game tomorrow against Florida State, and go to Food City Center at Thompson Bowling Arena, whatever we want to call it these days, and support the Lady Vols as well.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see how Kelly does this year early on versus the ranked team because she struggled. I mean, we had injuries and stuff too, but just curious
I mean,
how she does.
Number one LSU lost already. It kind of feels good.
I did like that. How about Josh Dobbs gets traded on Tuesday to Minnesota from Arizona?
What a man.
Zero practices, 0 snaps from center, 0 passes thrown to wide receivers.
What a man, what a man, what a
Just
man.
prior
what
to
a
the
mighty
matchup versus
good
Atlanta, he
man.
comes in and wins the dang football game.
Come in as a backup in that game at that. I mean, hell of a performance from Josh Dobbs. I mean, he is he's one of these guys right now, like, you could about make a documentary movie out of. Like,
write a book, make a movie, something.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. You couldn't script a better movie or have it happen to a better man. You know, what more can be said about the Pastronaut, as they're calling him now? Pastronaut Josh Dobbs. Simply one of the most incredible regular season wins of all time for any NFL team. The stories are coming out. I really hope Dobbs finds a long-term starting position there at Minnesota, because it'd be awesome to see him versus Hooker next year. You know, I may be buying some purple soon, because I really like it.
I'll never wear purple.
there is one thing he's going to have to clean up, though.
You'd look like Barney.
When
I'd never
when he's
wear
running that
purple.
football and he's holding that football out there,
I'll never wear freaking purple.
he's going to have to clean that up. Because that's that's
Okay,
that's fumble
okay,
right there.
quarterback coach.
He did fumble it twice.
But look, guys, I don't know why everybody's so shocked about Josh Dobbs like doing this well. It's like the man can build a rocket ship. Like
And get
the
halfway to
NFL's
space.
probably easy for him. He can build a rocket
He
ship,
can
guys.
almost get off this flat earth.
Yeah. You stop your mouth right now.
Speaking of flat earth, Alma says, let's see what Spur has to say about our flat ball team.
Our flat ball team?
Flat ball team. But Josh Dobbs, he's incredible. You got to be so mentally tough to be able to do that. Let's hit some comments real quick, then we'll go back to the commercial. Josh Jackson says, UConn said we played it like it was our Super Bowl. Come on, man, you're UConn. Yeah, if they think that was our Super Bowl, then they have no idea what a
We've
real
had
SEC
several
No,
Super Bowl
that was
championships
South
this year.
Carolina.
I'm kind of enjoying all these Super Bowl wins we get this year.
Yeah, I got a lot of rings. Jason Singleton says, go Vawls. And let's see. We'll go check Facebook real quick. The Gators have LSU. He says, go Gators will always be my team. Just want someone to run all over Georgia. Our final three
Well, looks
games.
like he'll pick us next week, too, when we play him next week.
Our final 3 games for the Gators are LSU, Missouri, and Florida State.
Losses, all 3.
Yep.
What's up, Jesse? Thank you for listening to us. All right, we'll be right back, and we'll have our first main talking point of the day. What was that, Spanky?
What a mighty good man.
Well, yeah, sing it loud. All right, welcome back to episode 25. First main talking point of the day, presented by Big Orange Concrete Pumping. Taylor
Bunch
Jones.
of tools. You know that? A bunch of tools.
Taylor Jones of Big Orange Concrete Pumping, been doing this type of work for a very long time. He has one of the biggest lime pumps in the state, so make sure
That's
you
what
reach
she
out.
said.
Make sure you reach out to Big Orange Concrete Pumping for any of your concrete needs. All right, let's get Vawls deep. Each position group, let's grade them from their performance during their UConn game. Start with the quarterbacks.
A+, my opinion. Hooker, or not Hooker. Oh my God, you were talking about. And you were talking about Hooker. Got me thinking about.
Can't say
it.
Hooker on Facebook.
I know. Well, but Milton, another star-studded performance. It's like what old Travis Duncan said. Each game he's having his best game. Let's see if he can stay at it. I thought Nico did pretty well, and then I thought the other backups did pretty well too. I wish Schuler would have got in the end zone though.
Yeah, it's A+, and how could it be anything other than that? Joe went 11 for 14 for 254 and 2 touchdowns. He ran for another touchdown, and he looked like a pro out there. He really did.
He looked good.
Nico come in the third quarter, and we saw a look into our future, and wow, it's going to be fun. Nico ran for 25 yards and threw its first touchdown at Tennessee. A perfect pass across the middle to tight end McKellen Castles, who broke a tackle for the score, and even Gaston Moore and Navy Schuler got some action. It was good all the way around.
I'm going to give Gaston Moore some credit. I mean, he just threw 7 passes, but he completed 4 of them for 36 yards. I mean, he's third-string quarterback, and that looks pretty good on us to have a third-string quarterback coming in and not throw no interceptions, no incomplete passes and stuff like that, even against the UConn team. I mean, a third-string quarterback is not supposed to come in and do that.
What's wrong, bud? I'm going A's. A, you know, you can't knock them. They all look good. Running backs. Stop, Spanky.
Sorry, I'm
Running
getting
backs.
distracted.
Gave our running backs an A+. I mean, Tennessee used 10 different ball carriers in the game. It was much needed experience for the younger players, and it was a good game to get Jabari Small some rest. I'm not sure if he's injured or what's going on there, but, you know, truth be told, we didn't need Jabari Small this game.
Right.
So
No.
if it was something nagging, it's good that he's set. Jalen Wright carried 8 times for 113 and a touchdown. You know, no one player really jumps out, but it was valuable game experience for these young guys.
Man, second play right out the gate with a big long touchdown run.
Anytime the running game has almost 300 yards rushing, I mean, A+. I mean, football's a passing game anymore, and that's just phenomenal.
A for running backs as well. Can't ask for any more than what they're doing. Wide receivers.
I thought wide receivers stepped up somewhat this week. No, that's not saying a whole lot, but I thought they done better this week.
I gave him an A+. I mean, yet again, how could it be any different? 12 players caught passes during the game. Keaton made UConn look foolish in the first quarter, and even D. Williams caught a pass. You know, that was a quick pass from Nico, but it was his first catch of the year, I believe.
Give him an A+. I mean, like I said, 8 players over 11 yards average on the catch, and Squall White, he's still showing out, man.
Yep, I'm going A. Again, can't ask for much. They keep improving. We need more from them. Tight ends.
Tight ends, A+ as well. Like, I'm just going to be honest here, guys. I'm just going to say it every time, but I'll keep saying it every time. I'm giving everybody an A+. Like, I thought everybody, even the tight ends, with the run blocking, I thought they did really good, catching the balls that they needed to. I thought they did phenomenal.
Yeah, I've got the tight ends of an A+. You know, McKellen Castle's touchdown for Nico was simply awesome.
Yep.
It was probably my loudest cheer tonight. Seeing him break the tackle and then score right across the middle, I was pumped up for that. Of course, it was Nico's first touchdown, so that added to it. But our quarterbacks were protected, and the game plan was well executed.
A+. I mean, this is what we've been asking for. Just tight end, wide receiver, all across the board. What we've been asking for all season. Them Milton's finally starting to get that chemistry together, and that's what we need at the right time, because there's going to be some big games coming up, and if they can keep this ball rolling, oh, it's going to be big.
Another A for me. Offensive line.
A.
It's A. There's nothing bad to say here. You know, lots of playing time for second and third stringers, and they held their own weight. I'm just going to say it's ditto for the D-line at this same time.
Mm-hmm.
Same exact wording, you know.
Yeah, give me an A as well.
So we all got A for defensive line. Let's get into defensive backs.
Defensive backs, I give us a A. The first quarter they had a couple busts, but how can we fault them when they have back-to-back pick sixes to start the second half?
Yeah. You can't say much. Like, you have back-to-back pick sixes start second half, like, A+.
Can't ask for more, I'll be honest with you.
I'm going to go B just because they allowed 221 pass yards. That's just being super critical.
You had to be a negative Nancy, didn't
Super
you?
critical.
You always negative.
Linebackers.
Man. Oh, you always negative.
I actually watched the game, Spank.
Linebackers, I
watched
will
it
go
on
A.
big
Notice
screen.
I didn't give A+ for defensive backs and linebackers. It was the same as our defensive backs. We still need a better pass rush, as it seems to have diminished the past few weeks. But a scoop and scored in the first half, an excellent play was great to see.
I had this pass rush wrote down for me. Like, we're going to have to get that together, especially with Missouri.
I'm going B+ for linebackers, and I'm going A for special teams. What do y'all got on special teams?
A+.
Just, you know,
Let's
A's
get-
for everybody.
Let's give out some
You
game.
get an A. You get an A.
A.
Everybody gets an A this week.
Hopefully, we're giving a lot of A's next week,
That's what
too.
we want to see.
Let's give out some game balls. Who would you give the game ball to on offense?
You know what? Since he didn't score a touchdown and I thought he came in he don't even have a locker over there in the stadium, but he doesn't get many reps. I'm giving one Navy Schuler.
Okay, Spanky.
I am. Mate, you don't know how happy I was to see him go in the game. You don't know how happy I was.
I think I said it last week on this podcast that what did I want to see in this game this week? And I said Navy Schuler throw a pass. And we got to see that. So I was pretty happy with that as well.
That's 100% completion percentage.
My game ball this week goes to McKellen Castles. 4 catches, 56 yards and a touchdown, and he looked like a man against boys out there.
I gave mine to Joe Milton. I mean, he had 18.1 average yards per pass, 11-14, 254 yards. Joe, I mean, he's gonna be our guy the rest of this season, whether you like it or not. And he is peaking at the right time. So
I had Joe written down as well, but I'm going to go Jalen Wright, 8 carries for 113 yards and a touchdown. That's averaging 14.1 yards per carry.
Seems like the same script over and over, doesn't it?
It does.
That's okay.
It does, and I'm good with it.
Yep.
What about on defense?
I'm going to go with the defensive backs. They gave up a lot of passing yards in the first half, but then they come out in the second half and get 2 pick sixes. So
I gave my game ball to Tyler Barrett. He finally got that first touchdown, and I was happy to see it.
I gave mine to Elijah Herring. Once again, top of the board, 8 tackles, 3 for solo tackles. I mean, guy's been tearing it up this year.
I'm going Tyler Barron as well, 3 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Super happy for Tyler Barron. With the comment box real quick, and then we'll go to commercial. Let's see. Mr. Jones on YouTube says Nico looked like Hendon Hooker when he took off running. I could see that a little bit. I could see he was nervous.
My favorite one was still that little step up and then drop back pass, the touchdown to Castles.
And I think Joe is taught to do that too, but Nico just sells it way
he's
better.
doing real good. He had me bought in on it.
Yeah, he sells it way better. Josh Jackson says Patrick Wilk is fast. Get him the ball. I agree with you there. Mr. Jones says Nico. I guess he wants Nico to get the game ball.
Think so?
Ike says need to see Elijah Simmons, number 10, more. I agree. He's been hurt ever since. What game did we see him first? Texas A&M.
Every year, but
I think the first time we seen him was Texas A&M. But he's a freak when he's out there.
And we need him this week, no doubt.
Oh, for sure we need him. All right, we'll be right back. We're at a commercial, and we'll be back with Start Bench Cut. Big Orange Concrete Pumping. They can accommodate any residential or commercial concrete project that you may have in mind. They have one of the biggest line pumps in the state. They take a lot of pride in their work, and they're waiting on your phone call today. Their number is 865-371-3367. Whether you're pumping noise and kneeling or pumping concrete, make sure you roll with the Big Orange. That's Big Orange Concrete Pumping, 865-371-3367.
You need to put your cigarette out over there, Corbin.
All right, welcome back to episode 25 from the Vawls Deep Man Cave. We hope you're having a great Wednesday night. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. Share this out for us. Hit the like button for us. We'd truly appreciate it. Next, we have Start Bench Cut. How this works is I'll give a question. We have to rank our answers in order from first to last. Start being 1, cut being last. Are you all ready?
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right. Number 1, which position group must step up the most for the Vols on Saturday? The wide receivers, the defensive backs, or the quarterback?
This one's pretty easy for me.
For me too.
For me, I think the wide receivers need to step up.
So you're starting?
Yep, starting wide receivers. They had a great game last week, but I need to see some more consistency out of them. Then next, I think needs to step up is defensive backs. I know it's easy to look good against a UConn, but Missouri's got a really good offense, so I just want to see them step up this week. And B, I'm gonna go with quarterback play. I think everybody needs to step up, but for the purpose of this, we want to cut it because he just needs to be more consistent. Yes, he's having a greater game each game, but he's just got to stay consistent.
In my mind, in this game, you've got to start the defensive backs. Missouri's going to throw the ball over the place no matter what we do against them. So our defensive backs better come ready to play and bring a lunch because if they don't, it could be a long day for us. So you certainly get
maybe 2 lunches.
Maybe 2 lunches, we're still about Kamal Haddon, and we're not getting him back. So someone still has to step up in his place. I'm going to bench the wide receivers. I hope they have their best game of the season. And I'm going to cut the quarterbacks. I think the quarterbacks have stepped up pretty well lately. And I think we can win this game on the ground.
I got the same exact order as Spur does, but like he said, the defensive backs, I feel like this is going to be a high-scoring game. And Missouri, they can throw it.
Yeah, I'm going to start the defensive backs as well. No-brainer here for me. Wide receivers, I think we still need to improve. I'm going to bench wide receivers, and I'm going to cut the quarterback as well like Spur. Joe's been good, for 3 weeks in a row, and I think we're going to see him be good for a 4th week in a row. Number 2, today is National Cappuccino Day. Start, bench, cut these coffees. Black, cappuccino, or frappuccino.
I'm cutting every one of them. I don't like coffee either.
Oh, God.
Let me tell you, I go to the Gather Coffee sometimes down in Harriman. Let me tell you what I get. I get a frozen hot chocolate with no whipped cream.
Wait. How do you get a frozen hot chocolate? That don't make sense.
It don't make sense to me. I think that's just a milkshake then. But I don't know what it is, but it's very good.
Is that like hot ice? You heat up the ice?
Look, don't knock till you try it, brother.
That's what he says about a lot of things. Go ahead,
It's a
Spur.
rookie of the year mentioned there, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm going to start Frappuccino, I think. I'm going to cut Cappuccino or bench Cappuccino, and I'm going to cut the black coffee.
I don't know
I'm
what
gonna
the
put some
difference.
flavoring in it
I
for
don't know
me.
what the difference of Frappuccino, Al Pacino,
I think one of those,
Cappuccino. I don't know.
Al Pacino,
I don't know the difference in them.
I'll start black coffee. I mean, when you're hungover, nothing better than black
You're
coffee.
used to that one, ain't you?
And
Knew that was coming. didn't you?
Yeah.
and then bench cappuccino. They got some good cappuccinos, some gas stations around here. I'm not much of a cappuccino man, but it's pretty good. Frappuccino, never had it in my life. Don't even know what the heck that is.
No.
Is that the one that's made with milk? A Frappuccino?
I think so.
I think you can buy those in a glass jar at the gas station. They're pretty good.
Yeah, I'm going to start black as well. I'm going to bench cappuccino. I'm going to cut frappuccino because I don't know if I've ever had a frappuccino either.
On the way to Missouri, we're having Frappuccinos.
Frappuccinos.
We might need them to stay
we
awake.
got a long list of
Y'all need some Ugg boots to go with it.
misfortune things to do
Yeah,
too.
I'm gonna paint this hair orange this weekend.
We do got to paint the hair orange. Yep, we're getting off topic.
Anyway.
Start, bench, cut. Which team is most likely to get upset this weekend? Michigan at Penn State, Washington versus Utah, or Georgia versus Ole Miss?
To me, I'm putting this as a double answer here. Not only who's most likely to get upset, but games I'm looking forward to as well. I think Georgia has a shot. Or not Ole Miss. I think they got a shot at upsetting Georgia. I really do. I know people want to say what they want about Lane not winning in the big-time game, but
He can't so far.
I'm going with Ole Miss in this one. But then bench, I don't know. I just think, and I love Washington. I really do. But this just seems like a game just to watch out for. I just think Utah might. I'm going to go with Utah by 3. Utah by 3. And then Michigan, Penn State.
No, hell no.
I'm
Washington's winning it all.
I'm going with Michigan.
All right. I agree with one of what Spanky says. I'm straight up picking Ole Miss to beat Georgia this week.
I hope.
I hope too. Maybe I'm picking with my heart more than my brain, but I'm picking Ole Miss to upset Georgia.
Hotty toddy, gosh almighty.
Yeah, and spoiler alert, that's going to be one of my picks later on. I'm going to bench Michigan getting upset by Penn State because I think Penn State's good enough to do it. And I'm cutting Washington getting upset by Utah. I don't see Washington losing this
No,
game.
Washington's winning it all.
Okay,
Mark
now,
it
when I
down.
get it right. You owe me a
Mark
handshake.
it down.
Something some people can't give me.
I'm gonna start Michigan, Penn State. I mean, everything going on in Michigan, a bunch of distractions, and listen, Penn State is a good team. Michigan, I just don't think with everything's going on, they're going to be able to finish the season pretty strong. Bench, Georgia, Ole Miss. It could be the weekend Lane Kiffin finally gets it done in a big-time game. But we'll see. Cut, Washington, Utah. I do not see Michael Penix and Washington losing.
That's my bandwagon team this year.
I don't want them to lose. I'm just saying, watch out for it, man. Them Pac-12 games, man, you never know with them.
Well, that's the thing about the Pac-12. They just beat up on each other. But I feel like Washington's that
No
one team
defense.
that they're going to have that's not going to get beat up on. Because they always have that one team. And they're starting, and they're getting down to very few left. So
I'm going to start Michigan Penn State. I think Penn State is due. I really do. They're going to do to win a big one. Take that from him, Spur.
I'm sorry.
And I'm going to bench Georgia Ole Miss. I'm rallying behind Kiffin, but I don't know if he can win.
Lane train for 1 week.
I'm on it. And I'm going to cut Washington, Utah, because Washington is winning it all. Mark it down. Washington's winning it all. Start bench cut these country music singers.
This is
Merle
hard.
Haggard. Very hard. Johnny Cash. Waylon Jennings.
It's not too difficult for me. I'm going to start the essential Johnny Cash. Absolute legend.
I keep a
I'm going to
close
bench-
watch on this
I'm
heart of
going to bench
mine.
Waylon Jennings. I'm benching him because I once opened for Waylon's grandson, Wade Jennings, who come up here to the fairgrounds at Morgan County one time. I had to stand there and tell jokes for 15 minutes as his band set up. It was a awkward situation. He laughed at my dad jokes. So. As much as I hate to, I'm cutting Merle Haggard. I'll tell you that story. In Missouri.
I got the same order Spur does.
Same exact one as everybody else.
You got to start Merle Haggard. The
No.
the number one hits, yes, from his writing and then a musician and his voice. You got to start Merle, man. I love them all.
21 and breath
And this one was that one was easy for me. What's hard for me is between Waylon and Johnny. But I'm gonna bench
Mama
Waylon
tried.
just because I'm a huge
Mama
Waylon
tried.
fan. And it hurts me, but I'm gonna cut Johnny Cash.
I'm just glad you didn't put Willie on this
Bleeding
list.
eye tonight. Leaves
Willie,
only
yeah.
me to blame
It's hard
because
to
mama
make this
tried.
list. Start bench cut these famous sports personalities: Charles Barkley, Stephen A. Smith, or Shannon Sharp.
Oh, it's easy for me. Start Shannon Sharp.
Of course.
I love Shannon Sharp.
Couldn't see why them personalities don't go good
I
together.
love Shannon Sharp. I'm telling you. I loved it back when he was with the Broncos. You got the old clip of he getting on the old phone. Hey, we got Mr.
That's
President.
the only reason he's
Mr.
starting him, because he
President,
played for the Broncos.
Got to call the National Guard. Got to call somebody. Call him in to help. Next, Stephen A. Smith. I've always said
What?
he would be the perfect heel manager in wrestling. I love Stephen A. Smith. People can hate on him all they want. He knows his role, and he plays it very well. And then cut Charles Barkley. Charles is always whining and crying. And without Shaquille O'Neal, always having to save
What?
Chuck's day.
You're so backwards, Spanky.
I'm just telling you how it is. Chuck's always crying. He's always crying about something.
Start Charles Barkley. I mean, he tells he goes on national TV and tells the honest to God truth. The other day, he went on TV and he told the NBA commissioner sitting next to him on TV, and he sat there and said to all the players in the NBA that wants to sit out and not play through the season because they're tired or whatever. He said, "You know what? You only have to play 82 games a year. That's 82 days. You're making $80 million a year. Get your ass out there and play because people is in the coal mines are working every
By
day."
God, yeah. You tell him, son.
It's,
Yeah,
it-
like-
it's,
it-
it's the truth. It's the truth.
It is shitty. Like you work and take your kid to a game, and the last minute they're like, I'm just gonna sit out.
yeah, it is shit. And I
And it's
agree with
mostly the Spanky type players that do this.
No, and I agree with him. But my thing with Charles is, yes, he does tell the truth. But it's a sport personality is the question, Corbin. Chuck's being himself. We're talking about personalities. There's no better personality.
Here he is. He's got to have the alter ego wrestler.
I'm just
come out in
saying, there's
him.
no better personality than Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith. There ain't one.
My personality is myself all the time.
I know, and that's
my
what that's got
personality.
you.
That's part of your
So
personality.
Spanky's
man.
admitting to being fake, basically.
See, I think Charles Barkley is a personality, so I'm starting Charles Barkley for the exact same reason that Corbin said, is that he just tells it the way it is. And he's not going to sugarcoat it, whether you like it or not.
Personalities.
Charles Barkley is going to tell you exactly what he thinks. Plus, he leans conservative a little bit, whereas a couple others maybe not. I'm going to bench Shannon Sharp. I do like Shannon Sharp. And I couldn't care less if I ever listened to Stephen A. Smith again.
But
he
look,
does know his stuff. I will say that.
Look, he does, unless it comes to college football. He don't really know that too well. But
See-
he tries. But, guys, look. You're missing
up.
it. It's about a personality. Being on television like that, it's to entertain people.
Charles
That's what
Barkley
they're doing is
is
entertaining
entertaining.
people.
So you're not a Pat McAfee fan?
Oh, I love Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee's above every one of them. Every single one.
Well, that's a
of them.
double standard because Pat McAfee and Charles Barkley is the same person. They sit there and tell how it is, what they want to say.
How are they the exact same person? Pat McAfee is so positive and upbeat. Charles Barkley's always whining and crying. Yeah, I get it. You can sit back and tell the truth all you want. But won't you be positive for once? Like, everyone's tired of seeing the old grump sit in the corner. Well, back in my day, it used to be like this. Who cares how it was back in your day, Papa?
Oh, this is a dual question here.
Like, my Lord.
Yeah, it's turned into a
Who
duel.
cares? I mean, whenever you're not watching an NBA game and you're like, it's boring because I don't watch NBA. That's why I don't
Would
watch
people
it.
rather watch something to hear the truth, or would people rather watch something to be entertained?
I'd rather watch and see what Charles Barkley always says.
Well, then you can sit back and watch the 10 o'clock at news at night, buddy. Go
but
ahead.
you cannot say you love Pat McAfee and you don't like Charles Barkley because they're the same exact person. They tell it
How
how
are
it
they the
is.
exact same person?
They tell
Please.
it how it is.
Okay, but one's positive, one's negative all the time, so they're not the exact same.
It don't
person.
matter if one's positive or negative. At least they sit there and both tell the freaking truth.
Now, how is Pat always telling the truth? Pat is always trying to do stuff. Pat's just like Shannon and Stephen A. He knows his audience. He knows how to get people going.
But Pat sits there and he goes with Aaron Rodgers. He goes on his show and he says what he wants to say. He's not one of those guys who's gonna sit there and be like just told what to do and like the standardized person.
I will give Pat this. Yeah, he is not one to tell what to do. But
Yeah.
why is he wearing a suit on College Game Day now?
Bob Kessley's better than all of them.
He's on the radio.
No, he's not. He's awful.
Let's hit the comment section real quick. I should have just saved that for the duel, man. That was a good one. Let's see. Josh Jackson says, Spanky, you don't like anything.
Like
He was talking about coffee when he said
Yeah,
that.
talking about coffee. Robert Faust says, what's up, fam? It's the guy from the Scale House. What's up, brother? Corbin was talking about you the other day.
Who?
The guy from the Scale House.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
Alma says, Slaughter has struggled since Haddon went out. Yeah, the whole secondary struggled. Ryan Damon says, go Vawls, boys. Mr. Jones says, you cut mayo coffee.
Mayo coffee.
I guess that's a frappuccino.
Oh.
Let's see. Josh Jackson says he's not driving a frappuccino, or I guess drinking a frappuccino, Justin Spurlin.
He's not driving either, so.
Mr. Jones says USC at wherever because Caleb Williams going to cry after they lose. Penix is a handful to deal with.
How about that? I cannot believe. Like, I put Caleb Williams over so much, and he's over there crying in the stands. Like,
It's because he cares about the game.
Oh, here
that's
we go.
no, it's because people nowadays, I can't say the word on air.
No, it's because he gives a damn about his game and team. I'm tired of people wanting to make fun of somebody for crying, having freaking emotion about the game they love. The game they spent hours and hours putting into it. You know what? You people want to sit back and cry and complain because he's out there crying, ain't never done a damn thing in your life.
You know-
So just sit back and shut up.
You didn't see men crying back in the day when they was out there being badasses.
Well, guess what? Guess what they did in the locker room after they won championship, just like Michael Jordan. After every locker room, they didn't have cameras
That's a
back
championship.
then.
That's not a regular
Well,
season
won't we
game.
take
That's
a
random. They
camera
shoulda
back in the
won.
locker room back then when players would lose games? They'd cry and get pissed off too because that's a competitor.
I seen your boy Shawn Michaels cry when he won that title.
He's got a point.
It's a big deal when you do something like that.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
I'm over here losing some bum-ass Pac-12 team.
I got him.
Look,
Yeah.
I'd rather have a player cry and be upset that he lost the game than just smile as he's walking off the field. Hey, if Caleb Williams was smiling as he was walking off the field, the media would have been in an uproar. See, he doesn't care.
Kimberly says, I've heard Bowers may be back for Georgia. I hope not.
I hope not, too. I heard just today that he's no closer to being back now as he was 3 weeks ago. And that
Our luck, he's going to be
might
back
be a lot
November
of coach
18th.
speak there trying to
That's true.
give him something else to look at.
Josh Jackson says, you start Johnny, you bench Waylon, you cut Haggard. Oh, I disagree. Alma says he likes his coffee like he likes his quarterback. Tall, 5-star Samoan. Talking about Nico. Spanky don't get it.
Never mind.
He says you start Charles, you cut the other two. Start Barkley, bench Steven, cut Shannon Sharp. James says get out of here, Spanky. Charles Barkley for all three. I can't stand Steven or Shannon. Bunch of crybabies. And Mr. Jones says Shaq is a flat earther. I guess that is to you.
Matt Anderson just commented, I'm here for Corbin.
We don't give a damn.
Well, he's got one vote already.
Randy Swint says Smith and Sharp are idiots. That's your dad. Your dad disagrees with you.
We disagree on a lot of things.
Alma also says Shaq thinks the moon is closer to New York than Los Angeles is. I do remember seeing that. That's pretty good. Let's see. There's a lot of comments coming in. Alma says Barkley's hilarious. You ever see his Saturday Night Live episode? I have. I love it.
Matt says that he lives outside of Athens and he heard Bowers is back running routes in practice this week.
That's why he voted for Corbin.
Barkley is hilarious. I would give him that. The NBA on TNT show is the best show on TV for sports.
It's good.
It is good, but I like Game Day a little bit.
Alma says Spanky just went on a Beamer rant. Oh, that was a jab.
I will, yeah. Yeah, thanks.
Hey, man, I just got to say, I heard John Gruden's in Knoxville this week.
He says, don't cry, Spanky Beamer.
Well, look, somebody's got to take up for these players. Somebody's got to.
Let's see. Anything else that I'm missing? There's a lot of comments. I think we're good.
Keep them coming, guys.
Keep them coming. We love it. We'll be right back. ZNN Concrete are the professionals you need to call for all of your concrete finishing needs. Driveways, sidewalks, curbs, garage pads, footers, and much more. They can do it all. No job is too big. No job is too small. Give ZNN Concrete a call today, 865-360-6176. Residential or commercial. That's ZNN Concrete, 865-360-6176. All right, and we're back. Next, we got our second main talking point of the day, presented by Trident Hydro Clean. Thank you, Trident Hydro Clean, for sponsoring this segment. Thank you, Jacob Haney. We're live on YouTube and Facebook. Share this out for us with your friends. Big giveaways coming up soon. Got some tough questions. This Tennessee defense, still criticized at times, still deserves some criticism, no doubt. But listen to this stat, and I'm aware the season is not over. But in 2021, total defense, Tennessee was 99th in the country. Last year, we improved to 92nd in the country, and this year, we're currently 27th in the country. Scoring defense. In 2021, Tennessee was 90th in the country. Last year, we was 36th in the country, and this year we're 21st in the country. Tennessee's run defense in 2021, 60th in the country. Last year, we was 21st in the country, and this year we're 14th in the country. Let's see. Tennessee in pass defense, 122nd in the country in 2021. 127th in the country last year, and this year we're 54th. How impressive is this improvement from Tim Banks and this Tennessee defense?
You know, I often wonder if this is a product of our offense playing a little slower and our defense not being on the field as much this year, if these stats are skewed just a little bit. But we have saw vast improvements in every category. Losing Kamal Haddon's going to hurt. Especially this week. I'm afraid as we face the best quarterback and receiver combo of the season, we've got to get pressure on Missouri, but it's hard to argue against these numbers. And one of our viewers has commented about Keelan Peely, wondering if there's a chance that he could get a possible exemption to play again next season if he's not able to come back this year. So very interesting and something we can think about. But these numbers don't lie, you know.
Nope.
Figures lie, but liars don't figure. Or figure. Yeah. Or, something like that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But no, I agree with Spur. I think it'd be stupid to say that the offense's struggle has not helped the defense. Because like I even said before the season, I've always said, if your offense is on the field quick, your defense is going to struggle. And I think now with the offense not being on the field as much, or being on the field longer, my bad, it's helping the defense because they're getting longer breaks and more time to adjust to things.
It's a shorter game, too.
It is.
I think it's an awesome improvement. I mean, look how much the defense has helped us this year win these ball games. When we were struggling on the pass offense, catching the balls, everything, the offensive line. Like, there's some games that if it wasn't for our defense, it could have been something else.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, huge improvement, but we got to finish. You know, we've got two big ones coming up. We're going to take care of Vanderbilt, but this week's massive, especially for the secondary numbers. I love it though. I mean, Tim Banks has been under a lot of heat, but he's really. I mean, when you're starting and playing walk-ons against Bama, I mean, your hands are a little bit tied as a coordinator. So.
And what do you think about Peely? Have you heard any news?
I've not heard anything other than he's expected to come back around this time. But
so, I mean, if he's
I'm
not able
not
to,
sure.
that medical exemption, I'm not sure how that rules work, but I would certainly file for one if I was Tennessee.
Love to have him back. But this defense, I mean, it's going to continue to get better. It is, I think, with the recruiting. I think in 2025, I think is going to be Tennessee's year. Jalen Wright has rushed for 100+ yards in 6 games this season. Jalen Hurd is the last Tennessee running back to do this back in 2015, but Jalen Hurd needed 13 games to get it done. Jalen Wright has done it in only 9. How elite is Jalen Wright?
You know, he's not only done it in 9 games, but he's done it in 9 games sharing attempts with 2 other elite running backs. That's the most impressive thing. Not that he's getting 100-yard games, but he's getting limited carries. So it's awesome having this kind of run attack. Not just Jalen Wright, but Jabari Small and then Dylan Sampson. It's incredible.
It's impressive that all 3 of them have the stats that they do.
Yeah, our running game is just what Spur said. I mean, our running game is elite right now.
Yeah, one of the best in the country, in my opinion. I wouldn't trade our running back room for anything, but imagine his stats, like you said, without, I mean, the supporting cast behind him, you know.
What's he getting an average of about 14 carries a game, somewhere in that range?
It's got to be between 10 and 14 or something.
Yeah, if he was getting 25 to 30 touches a game,
Oh my gosh.
that'd be incredible.
It would be
His stats
crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
What are you most worried about traveling up to Missouri this week in the SEC Showdown?
Missouri getting off to a fast start, and we get away from our game plan. Simple as that.
Just the road SEC environment. I know Missouri's not the most hostile environments, but I don't care what SEC team it is besides Vanderbilt. If they're ranked and they're pretty good, their fans are going to get up for it. They're going to be ready.
I've been to Missouri twice, and they didn't got much of a fan base up there. But, you know, compared to any other SEC
But
school.
have you been up there when they're ranked in the top 15?
The stadium's
No.
open, wide open. I mean,
Yeah, it's not going to be loud.
Yeah, it's their stadium's mid. It's a nice stadium with a mediocre fan base.
You never know, man. They might start throwing them rocks.
But I mean, I'm worried about a back and forth matchup. Honestly, like I think it could end up being like a high scoring game.
Grab your guns and your pistols, folks. It's going to be a shootout, baby.
Oh, my God. The passing game for Missouri is by far my biggest worry. I'm nervous about it. I think we have to be aggressive. We can't just sit back in that soft zone. How confident are you going into this matchup versus the Tigers?
You know, I like where this team is right now. I'm going to say that I'm 75% confident that we take care of business in Missouri. I think we win 3 out of 4 times there. Don't let this be that one time.
Yeah.
I'm about 50-50.
50-50?
50-50, honestly. I think we're going to go in there, and I think it's going to be a shootout, honestly. That or it's going to be a close game. Missouri's not a bad team. Missouri is
very good.
Very impressive. Their
They're very
offense is damn good.
Heupel has owned Drinkwitz, and I think he's going to continue to own Drinkwitz. I really do. I really do.
But
Better knock on wood.
I think it's one of these things where it's a Kentucky Stoops type game. We're just in his head, like we own him, and that's what it is. That's just my opinion.
we just got to go up there we got to go up there and we can't get like too confident.
Hit the comment box real quick before we get into the.
There's going to be a lot of orange up there, too, I believe.
I think there will be too. Let's see here. Josh Jackson says it don't matter if Bowers is back or not. Vols by 50 next week.
Heck yeah.
Travis Duncan says Spur gets my vote before the duel even starts just for being a fellow flat earther. Matt Anderson says I'm a Vol for life, just live in enemy territory. Let's see. Ryan says Rebels beat the Dogs and the Vols beat the Tigers. Next week, Vols clinch the trip to Atlanta. Come on, football gods.
Hey, let's just talk about this for a second. If somehow or another Ole Miss beats Georgia and we beat Missouri, it's College Game Day in Knoxville next week.
They are
It's gotta be.
100% in Knoxville. 100%. I can't believe they've not been here yet.
They might come regardless.
Oh yeah, that's what I think so too. Heupel says Heupel knew with Joe Milton the defense would have to be elite. Alma says, have y'all talked about the penalty discrepancies in our games, in our away games? Somebody did an article about it, and there's been one live ball penalty called in our 3 away games.
Yeah, we've complained about it in past weeks. We hadn't talked about it this week because we're coming off a UConn game that kind of just didn't matter as far as that goes. But we have certainly voiced our opinions on the officiating the last several weeks.
And we know Josh Heupel has as well behind closed doors.
Yeah, definitely. Alma says his biggest worry is officiating. Mr. Jones says Missouri loves company. We're going to run up the score on them in their own house. He says our defensive line will get a rush on Cookie. Hopefully, if we can win the line of scrimmage, we win easily. And then let's see. Jeff Hensley says stop the back shoulder passes and limit quarterback runs. Vawls by 3 scores.
I'd love to see that.
I would love to see it. Yeah, we got to get out of the soft coverage. Let's talk about the new playoff rankings. Whatever y'all want to say, we'll do 5 at a time. At number 1, Ohio State. 2, Georgia. 3, Michigan. 4, Florida State. And 5, Washington.
I'll never be happy when Ohio State's right
I
now.
can't believe Ohio State stayed at 1.
It doesn't surprise me any.
Washington deserves top 4, though.
Florida State does too.
6, Oregon. 7, Texas. 8, Bama. 9, Ole Miss. 10, Penn State.
So this was talked about earlier. If Texas and Alabama finished the year with only 1 loss, is Bama going to jump Texas kind of like Bama jumped us last year, even though Texas beat them heads up?
Right.
Yep.
This is a prime example of why we need to go to the 12.
Yep.
Why we should have been to 12 a long time ago. 11, Louisville. 12, Oregon State. 13, the Vawls. 14, Missouri. 15, Oklahoma State.
Oregon State this weekend has Stanford, so if they win, they will play Washington next week. So,
Man, oh my Gundy winning the last battle of what's it called? Bedlam?
Bedlam, yeah.
Bedlam?
Battle at Bedlam.
Yeah, I'm telling you, good win for that program. Very good.
It was.
Even though they tried to, did they successfully rip down the goalpost pad? I think they did successfully. I saw.
Did they get it down?
I saw where they tried and they got pulled down.
Well, they had to march 450 yards to find a river, but 450 miles, I should say.
Hey, Kansas threw it in a pond. They didn't have a river; they had a pond.
I will say Tennessee
Started
ranked,
a trend.
Tennessee ranked at 13. We're still sitting right there, guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're in good position right now. We win this week, we'll be in 11, 12, 10 in that range, and you never know. Beat Georgia, we're right there at 6, 7, 8 again.
Depends on what everybody else does.
Yeah.
It is official. If Georgia wins Saturday, they've clinched it, right? Like that'll be pretty.
yeah.
The East, yeah. East, yeah.
Okay.
16, Kansas. 17, Oklahoma. 18, Utah. 19, LSU. And 20, Notre Dame.
How in the hell is Notre Dame with 3 losses still ranked? I know
their
why it's
name.
Notre Dame.
Their
with the
name, yeah.
but
It's the Irish. Got to win for one for the Gipper.
That's all y'all got for that 16 through 20?
Yeah.
All right, 21, we've got Arizona. Is that right? Yeah. Iowa, 22, 23, Tulane, 24, North Carolina, and 25, Kansas State.
it's weird. Arizona's ranked with 3 losses. Arizona's never relevant in football, so I have to go look at their schedule and see who the heck they have beat, because I don't know who they've beat, but it must be somebody pretty good.
Yeah, it's the bottom half of the top 25, is what it is.
Yeah, the ones that are not going to make it.
Yeah.
I told everybody about North Carolina.
We know.
We know.
All right, let's see. Any more comments rolling in? Alma says Tennessee has only lost to 2 higher-rated rosters this year. That's a good sign for this weekend. Yeah, we should, man.
But we haven't beat a top 25 team yet either. So let's be honest about
Yeah,
it.
that's a very good point. Very good point. All right, thank you all for listening to our second main talking point of the day. We still have a lot to talk about. We have our predictions, giveaways, instructions, but next we have the duel. So stick around. Please share this out to your friends. This is probably going to be pretty entertaining if I was guessing. We'll be right back. Trident Hydro Clean, your exterior home cleaning professionals, house, roof, driveway, concrete, gutters, and much more. Trident Hydro Clean, 888-363-8815. They've been in business for 5 years, and they have a 5-star Google rating and a 5-star Facebook rating. Call Jacob today. Give your house, driveway, and or patio the care it deserves. 100% satisfaction guarantee. See the difference between a professional and amateur cleaning. That's 865-363-8815.
Where'd our champ go?
He's fired up over
Oh,
there about
here he
something.
comes. Oh, get ready for it, guys.
We have the duel presented by Premier Excavation. Spanky, Spur, and the champ, Corbin, will answer tough questions. The winner not only gets bragging rights, but they get some hardware to drag around with them for the week. Y'all let us know in the comments. We got 5 questions. Let us know who's winning the duel. Are y'all ready?
You damn right. I've been carrying this championship on my back all week, doing shows, making the towns, making the
When you were
rounds.
being carried out of the stadium?
Well, I'll just tell you one thing.
What happened?
You got carried out of the stadium one time
Yeah, no, they were very happy for me.
when old Coke Kazana beat your dang.
That was a gymnasium. That was a gymnasium, not a stadium. It was a new kickoff, Corbin, against UConn. Come on, man.
Dude, I don't know what you're talking about.
Question 1. The SEC has won
Drinking,
4
don't kick.
national championships in a row. Does the SEC win another one this year?
I think they got the best shot to win one right now. I'd like to see us beat Georgia, but I'm going to be realistic here, guys. If Brock Bowers can come back healthy, I just don't see one of them other top 4 teams beating Georgia. I think Georgia's going to be the first team in a while to three-peat.
Go ahead, Corbin.
Oh, God, Spanky.
Georgia? Hell no. They ain't going to repeat this year. Not a three-peat, not a repeat, not nothing. It's going to be
Who is it?
Alabama. They will repeat with Alabama, I'm telling you right now.
Alabama didn't win last year, so they can't repeat.
No, I'm talking about it's going to be another SEC team win the national championship. And Alabama's going to be the one that does it.
You saying Bama's winning the national
I think
championship?
Bama is like a snake in the grass right now.
Nope, it's not going to happen. Georgia won't be in the playoffs.
No.
Yeah, it's going to be if it's going to be an SEC team, it will have to be either Alabama or Tennessee. Georgia is losing this week to Ole Miss, then losing again next week to Tennessee. It'll be Tennessee versus Alabama in the SEC championship, and the winner of that game is going to go to the playoffs.
Payback,
I
baby.
want Tennessee and I want Ole Miss to beat Georgia, and I even picked them. But I don't know. I guess I've seen the story
Listen,
too many times.
I'm living with some confidence right now in this Tennessee team, and I'm believing in Lane Kiffin for just a minute. I think his offense is just good enough to go down there and upset Georgia. And you know, Georgia is Georgia. If Brock Bowers does come back, they're going to be solid, but they're not going to repeat this year. There's too many teams that's better than they are right now.
The thing with Tennessee is, even if we won the SEC championship, I don't know if the committee would even want to put us in to the national championship playoffs. If you got teams like Florida State, Washington, Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, all these other teams with like one loss or whatever, like, are they going to look at us and be like, okay, Tennessee, do we have time to work our way up the ladder? We're going to have some lucky luck happen up front, other than Ohio State and Michigan playing each other and somebody has to lose.
I think if we win out and win the SEC championship game, I think we're in. I think the
That's
winner
it.
of that SEC championship game's in.
It's almost automatic. You know, if Tennessee was to win against Missouri, then beat the number 1 team in the country, Georgia, then turn around and beat Alabama, probably the number 5 or 6 team in the country, how could you not put them up there again?
But I will say Alabama is like a snake in the grass
After
right now.
being snubbed last year.
Yeah.
I think Alabama is actually really
You're upset
good.
about that one, ain't you?
Pretty good. They're way better than Georgia is, I'll say that.
All right, question 2. Does Tennessee win out and finish 2-2 for back-to-back seasons?
I just answered that, I believe,
I know-
Luke.
I know you
so,
did.
Little foreshadow. Yes, we're winning this week against Missouri. Yes, we are beating Georgia at home for 14 in a row at home. And who do we play after that? Candy? Yeah, I think we'll be fine
I think
against
I'll
Candy.
take care of you.
Take you to the candy shop. You make this question hard. Like, it's like I'm not going to win these votes here because I'm trying to have a debate here.
Oh, I'm being
so
honest.
so
I'm
I'm going to have a debate. I just don't think we get it done. I think we can get it done this week. But the Georgia game just worries me. It just worries me. I've seen the story too many times, and it just worries me. I'll be honest
I am
with
more confident beating Georgia than him beating Missouri. That's saying something. I think you're the same way, Luke.
We're going down and kneeling.
I'm happy you guys have confidence. I guess I just don't.
Yeah, even if we lose this game this weekend at Missouri,
still going
I
down
still
to
think
Maryland.
we're beating Georgia next week.
I do too.
I believe that. I really do.
Oh yeah, 10-2, solid. Spanky ain't got no confidence in the Vawls over there.
I'm just saying, man. I'm being realistic. I'm trying to have an argument here instead of just agreeing with everybody. So you're welcome for making you relevant.
It's about
buddy.
time you try to be realistic over here.
I'm just saying.
Question 3: what is the best basketball movie of all time?
Coach Carter, hands down. Coach
Nothing
Carter
I expected to
is
say.
the best basketball movie.
Surprised you didn't say Space Jam.
Now that's a good one right
wait,
there.
wait.
I love
That's my
Space
answer,
Jam.
damn it.
I love Space Jam. Not the second one, but I love Space Jam. But Coach Carter, it just hits to me, and I love it every single time.
Everybody hold up. I got Space Jam on me.
I do have Space Jam.
Well,
There
shit,
ain't
I'm
nothing
sorry,
better
boys.
There ain't nothing better than Looney Tunes.
Y'all ain't got a number 2 wrote down.
Basketball.
An alternate.
I got an alternate, but my original was Space Jam. The movie came out in 1996, and we can still sing those songs to this day.
Yep.
I loved Space Jam growing up, and it had actual basketball stars in the
Yeah,
movie.
the original's great.
The original is great. I guess my second best basketball movie of all time, I had to go back to all-time classic. That's Hoosiers.
That's a good one.
yeah.
That's a good one.
It's excellent. You know, we watched it in school with my basketball team in school, and our coach taught us the lesson of the underdogs fighting their way back up. So I loved Hoosiers.
My second one would have to be Semi-Pro.
Semi-Pro.
I love
That's a
that
good one. Corbin?
I got Coach Carter and Hoosiers and Space Jam. That's all I got.
You don't like little like Mike?
I'm not a movie guy. Y'all know this.
He likes Air Bud.
Everybody's that's a
Can you
good one.
imagine like taking your son to his soccer or basketball game and them getting beat by a dog? Can you imagine
no, I
that?
couldn't. I don't think that's possible. But
Well, it happened.
Yeah, I wrote a book about it and everything. All right.
just like Marvin the Martian.
Question 4: who is the best Tennessee basketball player of all time?
Oh my goodness.
That's a tough one.
I'm gonna have to say it's Allen Houston.
Men's or women's?
Man.
Oh yeah, I guess
Man.
we need to clarify that. Yeah, Allen Houston. He set the standard there at Tennessee. Led the Vawls to great things, and went on to have an excellent career in the NBA. So I believe at least in our lifetime sort of thing, I'd have to give it to Allen Houston.
You know what? I can't argue with Allen Houston. I can't. I don't know what to argue about there.
Way to argue.
I,
Spanky.
I just can't. I don't know what else. What do you want me to say? I can't say nothing else.
Ron Slay.
I'm just gonna throw somebody out there. Tobias Harris. I mean, honestly, he's been in the NBA forever now. Still playing as competitive as ever. He's gotten so good over the years. He's representing Tennessee so well. Still top of his game to this day, and he's like 13 years in the league now.
Yeah, I like Tobias Harris in the NBA, but he really didn't have that big of a career at Tennessee, whereas Allen Houston certainly had a great career.
Hey,
Got a
could say
Bernard King vote in.
Bernard
Who
King's
says
a
it?
good one.
Yeah, or
but
Bert and
it's
Ernie.
way before our time.
Who's
though,
that?
Bert and
Bert
Ernie.
and Ernie, yeah.
Oh, I thought he was trying to say Bernard.
I said Bert and Ernie.
I would almost say Grant Williams. But
Yeah.
Grant's had a good one. He's probably the most recent.
Or
I'll
Schofield.
I'll give an honorable mention. Chris Lofton. A lot of people. I mean, he was great at Tennessee.
As
Chris
far as
Lofton.
college basketball, yeah, he was
They
great.
got he's on. Let's hold up. He's on the board inside Thompson, Food City, whatever you want to call it now.
It's Thompson.
They got new.
But a lot of people doesn't know that Chris Lofton just retired from playing basketball about a year ago.
Yeah, it was a year ago.
He played all these years. He played some NBA, but he played a lot of overseas action, and people does not realize that he played that long of a career after Tennessee. A very successful one at that.
one of the best pure shooters I've ever seen was Chris Lofton.
Yeah, he was great.
That team back in, what was it, 08, 09?
Barbecue.
Yeah, I guess it would have been 08, right?
Daggum, that was a hell of a team right there.
Mm-hmm. That was great.
Now, if we're gonna go women's, easily Candace Parker.
Yeah, I mean, that's not debatable right there. So
Good to go? All right. Let us know in the comments who you think is winning the duel.
That's it.
No. I said just let us know who's winning the duel.
He's just giving people an update.
I'm winning.
Who should be the top 4 teams in the college football playoff rankings right now?
Right now.
Who should be the top 4?
Should be Ohio State, Georgia, Michigan, and Washington.
I'm going to go with
Just like that.
Georgia. I'm going to go with Florida State, Washington, and then Ohio State University. Like I've always said with Georgia, number 1, to be the man, you got to beat the man. And then next, Florida State, I know they'll win the ACC, and they will make the playoffs out of the ACC. And Washington, I think they'll make the playoffs from the Pac-12. First time in a while, the Pac-12 team's getting some love in there.
Number 1, Ohio State. No.
I didn't say number 1. I just named 4 teams.
Oh, I thought you put them at number 1.
Just named 4 teams.
Oh, I thought you put number 1. Georgia be number 1 for me, honestly. I mean, they haven't been beat. Until they get beat, they're number 1. I mean, it's been almost 3
But
years.
neither has Ohio State, neither has Michigan, neither has Florida
But
State.
they were the national champs.
But
They were the
That's
man.
last year.
They were the man.
But I would put Ohio State in there. I would put Florida State in there. Michigan, no. Listen, Michigan's got so much going on. Like, they are not going to do jack nothing. It does not matter.
Hey, they'll steal your signs. You better watch it over there.
Now, you bet everybody better watch it. They're going to be stealing them signs. Them signs that you see on TV every week.
I'm going to throw one in there just because it was funny earlier. Who has the best alternate uniform in Morgan County football?
It's no question. Like, one,
The Wartburg Bulldogs, I mean, they got
you
the...
kidding me? They wear a jersey that ain't even their school color, Corbin. Ain't even their school color. It's their top rival school color, black. Like, if you're going to wear black in Morgan County, you might as well win.
Whoa, hold up just a minute here. Black was officially a Wartburg color even when I was in school back then.
No, it
in
wasn't.
2000. Yes,
No,
it
it
was.
wasn't.
We
I
had
can
black- We had black on our jerseys even back then.
Just because it probably had a trim, not a whole
That's
uniform, and
all
not a
right.
whole bleacher or a black WC. You don't
black-
wear the color of your top rival. Okay, you just don't. You don't see Cofield wearing purple. You don't see Tennessee wearing red or blue. You just don't see that.
Does Cofield
crap.
ever wear white?
Yeah, on the road.
That's not an official color of Cofield either. So
Because you
why don't
gotta wear white on the road, you
don't have
dummy.
to wear white. You can wear orange or
No,
something.
you got to wear white. You are an official, and you know that, Spur.
It's
you
not an
know
official
that that's
color
a
of the
rule.
school. So
You know that's
you
a
can't
rule.
bash Wartburg for wearing black when Cofield's wearing white.
You know that's a rule. You got to wear white. That is absurd. You know you have to wear. But no, they want to wear black, and that's fine, whatever. But it's your rival's color. If you want to have a gray jersey, go ahead. But black is your... Like, I just don't know how to fathom it. I don't get it. I get it, you know.
I mean,
It's blackout. Hashtag
Sunrise-
dark mode.
Sunbright has blue, and Wartburg wears blue. You know, it's a rival color.
Well, that's their
Who
school
cares?
color, but black's not your school
Cofield
color.
can't even move up to AA to play against Wartburg. So
Because we're one of the smallest schools in the state.
you're not even a rival. You're
And
not even the
Wartburg's
same
trying to
division.
move down to single A because they know they can't compete in double A. And heck, they ain't going to compete in
You didn't
single
think you
A.
was going to get an argument from me on this one, but, you know, I like the Wartburg black jersey. I think they look solid. But does Cofield have an alternate?
We had an orange one, but you know we don't wear it no more because we don't.
Because it
the
didn't look
high
any
school
good. It
doesn't
looked like
care
them
about
pumpkins
it.
out
They
there.
wear either black on black or white on black. One of the two. And Spur, look, I'll give a shout out to one of your favorite teams in the county. I'll at least give Sunbright this. They have a nice, clean, traditional jersey that they got at E2 Sports, and I love it.
Oh, God. I got to throw the jab in there.
What in the hell is wrong with you two over there? Good Lord. Have
I
mercy.
bet all these people
Let-
that's not from Morgan County is like, what are they talking about?
Let me just say this. If you're mad about Wartburg wearing black, then you might as well be mad at Tennessee for wearing gray and black. They're black uniforms. Look at Tennessee wearing black. Not their traditional color. But if it's not tradition, Spanky, you don't like it.
I never said anything about red. I'm talking about your top rival's color. I'm talking about your arch rival's color.
I'm sorry. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
at
I'm
least
sorry.
I'm going to argue with you about something.
Well, I know, and you were arguing something that you knew was the rule. That white there, you knew it was the rule.
I do. It's all I had.
I'm sorry. The black and blue looks better than that orange and black over there.
See, look, I got Travis Duncan's vote
I
right
know,
there.
I know.
I did. I got
See,
his
you're
vote.
welcome. You're welcome.
There you go. Had to get a vote in.
Jeff Hensley says Bernard King is the greatest Vawl basketball player of all time. Let me do some scrolling here, boys.
Y'all about crazy over them damn.
And my
uniforms
dad's
over
talking
there. I'm
about
telling
Corbin.
you
Me and
what.
him, he's agreed with me on that. He's just saying that because he don't want me to win, and he knows it too.
You're about crazy of them. You're like the uniform, like I don't even know, prima donna or some shit.
Heck, you want to see a black painted field? Come down to Rochelle Field Friday night, buddy.
You was probably that dude with the dang. I probably can't say that on Facebook. Never mind.
Yeah, I'd hate for you to get in trouble with the law again
That
this
being
week.
said, we do want to wish.
That old font.
Hey, hang on a minute. I got a point to make. We do want to send out, best wishes to Cofield on their journey to possibly another state championship
We appreciate
appearance.
it, buddy. I appreciate that,
I
Spur. Thank
certainly
you.
really do hope that they.
Thank you. We're
pull it
trying to
off.
make Morgan County proud, buddy. We appreciate it.
They have who they have Oliver Springs
Spanky.
this week. Or
No,
next
we
week?
got Rockwood.
Rockwood this week,
If we
and
win,
then-
we'll play winner of Oliver Springs and Greenback.
which will likely be Oliver Springs if
I
things
was a
go.
bet,
And then Cofield may host us
Yes.
a semifinal
If
game
we win this week and we win next week, we will host a semifinal
against
game.
that dreaded South Pittsburgh team, most
We ain't
likely.
gonna talk
so
about that one.
Ain't gonna talk about that one, but
We ain't gonna talk about that one.
hey, seriously, go Cofield. I hope.
Thank you,
they
buddy.
win
We
it all.
appreciate it. At least someone's been supportive around here.
Hey, I'm pulling for Cofield. I like
Well,
to see-
thank you, Corbin. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
I mean, I like to see. I mean, they're from.
Oh no,
Morgan
you
County.
said goodbye to me a couple weeks ago. That was pretty nice.
Yeah. Vote for me, everybody. Appreciate everybody.
Let us know in the comments who you think won the duel. Alma says Georgia's very beatable. They've been winning on a pure roster depth this year. They do nothing exceptionally well this year.
Unfortunately, we've been saying that for several weeks and they've not been beat yet. So until somebody does, then yeah,
Mr. Jones says Neyland is going to beat Georgia.
I don't disagree with that.
Got a Coach Carter vote in. We got a basketball
Sure.
vote in.
Back to that, Georgia probably be the Alabama Ole Miss game this year. It's gonna be wild in Neyland
It's
come
gonna be
next
wild.
week.
I wish it was a night game.
Hey, with the weather change, it will be for the second half.
It'll be not by second half.
That's true. Mr. Jones says Scotty Hobson, Tyler Smith, Jarnell Stokes, Tobias Harris.
They should run out of the tunnel at halftime to the creepy Rocky Top.
Mr. Jones says Candace Parker as well. Alma says, how does none of these wrestling nerds not say Kevin Nash?
Because Kevin Nash barely saw the floor in Tennessee.
He did.
Kevin Nash is in the Tennessee Basketball Hall of Fame.
Oh, thank you. Got him started. Has Kevin Nash really, how many times has he been back to Tennessee? I know he was back a couple years ago.
I went to the game that he got inducted in the Tennessee Basketball Hall of Fame.
But let's be honest here. Can we be honest, guys?
Yes.
If he was not a wrestler and did not have the success he did, would he really have been in the Tennessee Basketball Hall of Fame?
No, I never knew he played at Tennessee till
Then.
until then. Yeah.
Hey, where
I
was
did,
where
but-
was Travis Duncan's vote?
He voted for me. Did he change it to Spanky because he likes the uniform vote?
Gotcha. I didn't see it pop up. Let us know in the comments who you believe won the duel, and we'll tally them up later. We'll be right back with our keys to the game.
Do you have dreams about what your property could be? Whether it's driveways, ponds, septic, new home construction, or even forestry mulching, let us earn your business and make your property dreams come true. Call Premier Excavation at 865-766-9408. You can also find us on Facebook or Instagram. Thank you for supporting small businesses that support you. Again, that's Premier Excavation at 865-766-9408.
Hey y'all, it's the Vawl Daddy. The C&D Tire Pros are your go-to experts for nearly all of your vehicle needs. Located in the heart of Oak Ridge at 164 Fairbanks Road, they've got a 4.8 out of 5-star rating, and that's very hard to do in the tire business. Tire installation, wheel alignment, wheel balancing, tire rotation, tire repair, brake changes, oil changes, hell, they'll even paint your back porch. I've known Zach since he was in diapers. We went to church together, we went to school together, we played football together. And he's been changing tires since he's been in diapers. Give them a call today, 865-483-7455. Like them on Facebook. That's C&D Tire, 865-483-7455.
All right, and we're back. Let's hit our keys to the game, presented by D&M Fence Company. Tennessee travels to number 12 Columbia to take on the Missouri Tigers on Farrett Field at Memorial Stadium. 62,621 people. That's the capacity there at Memorial Stadium. 3:30 kickoff on CBS. Yay! I'm glad we're going to be there, so we don't have to listen to Danielson. 51 degrees. ESPN Analytics gives Tennessee a little better than 60% chance to win this football game. The spread was in Tennessee's favor by only 1 point the last time I looked. Has it changed any, Spur? Do you know the spread? Has it changed any from a point?
Still one, yep.
So let's hit our keys of the game. Let's start on offense. Go ahead, Corbin.
Just play our game, play like we've been playing, honestly. Milton, if Milton comes out and plays like he's been playing, then I think we'll be all right. Our receivers, let's hope that they still keep catching the ball because it has been a problem, and this is a big-time game. And I know South Carolina was good, but other than that, I mean, we've had some pretty tough games in offense. So we need to put it together now and keep this momentum going. And our run game, I ain't concerned about our run game. I mean, our run game's freaking fantastic. And throw offense, I mean, if we're kicking the ball, I got confidence enough right now, like we're going to make every field goal we're going to make.
You know, on offense, I got our keys to the game be play our style. Run first instead of the long pass. Receivers need to continue to improve, and yards after contact will be huge. Convert our third downs and give our defense time to rest. I want to see more, less serious injuries following extra points. If you catch my drift.
Yeah.
You got any keys to the game there, Big Dog?
My keys to the game is just simple. Keep the ball rolling. Try to stay on the field as much as you can. Since they have a heavy offensive attack of Missouri, try to keep the ball in your hands as much as possible. Limit time of possession for Missouri. Just stay on the field and score points at the end of the day.
I'm proud of you, Spanky. Do what we do, just establish the run game, run it down their throat. O-line has to dominate, and like we said earlier, Joe just has to keep elevating his performance over the last 3 weeks. And like Spanky said, I think we need to manage the game kind of like we did against Texas A&M, kind of, just change the way we play. I don't think we want to be in a shootout against that Missouri passing offense. I really don't. What about on defense?
Pressure their quarterback over and over, but don't let him break contain and get a long run. Red zone defense is going to be crucial. Limit their big plays. Keep the receivers covered up. Third down stops wins the games.
I think keys to the game is just don't give up the deep ball. Do not give up the deep ball. Secondary has to be in good coverage. Defensive line and linebackers. Linebackers not only need to get good coverage as well, but they need to get good pressure. Defensive line, go get the ball, go get the quarterback, and keep contained. Don't let the quarterback or running backs run free.
I got one more to say to it.
Go ahead, Bo.
Play when it matters most because I feel like it's going to be a close game. Missouri's good. It's going to be a very close game. Could be a high-scoring game. And, if it comes down to it, do not give the game up. Do not give up stupid penalties. Do not give up big turnovers, stuff like interceptions, fumbles. Like, this is one of those games like that can happen with. But the penalty thing, we have to be disciplined in this game. We can't let any of that stuff happen.
We keep talking about Missouri's pass attack, and it's decent. But Missouri also has the number one running back in the SEC by yardage this year, so we had to stop that run first and make them be one-dimensional.
Our defensive line has to get consistent pressure on the quarterback. We can't be doing what we've been doing the last 2 weeks. I don't like when we rush just 3 or 4, primarily the whole game. We've got to throw more in there. I want to be aggressive, no soft coverage. Just be better on simple plays like the slants and just the curl routes. If we lose, I want to lose being aggressive. I don't want to lose just playing soft. Any side notes on special teams or anything like that?
I want to see us play with swagger and confidence. This is a revenge game for Missouri. Let's be honest about it. We put 60 on them the last 2 years. So, and we still have everything we want to accomplish right there in front of us.
Yeah, special teams just keep doing what we're doing, man.
Yeah.
Special teams to me, just gotta make your plays. Like, just keep things going like you have been doing. Special teams is the most underrated and underappreciated group on the field. People don't. Special teams is like life insurance. You don't know you need it until you don't. Until you ain't got it. But special teams, just keep doing what you're doing.
No kicks out of bounds. I'd love to see that. That just drives me crazy all season. As much
Please,
as we've done it.
why does it drive you crazy, Corbin?
Because you should not kick the ball off and it go out of bounds. Nobody else does it, and we've done it like 10, 11, 12 times
I
this
don't
year.
get too pissed off about it because what would you rather have, Corbin? Let it get kicked out of bounds, and yeah, you get the 5-yard, 10-yard penalty, or would you rather them kick it to a player and get either a return for a touchdown
Or if it's out of
or
bounds.
get a 45-yard return? Which one would you rather have?
If it's kicked out of bounds, it goes to the 40.
Yeah, or how about this? Or one, you get a player hurt on kickoff. That's unnecessary, and if it's kicked out of bounds, no one gets hurt. Everybody can go on about their business.
I mean, if anybody's going to get hurt on kickoff, it'll probably be the other team's player returning the ball or
have you
somebody
never
else.
seen a player get hurt on kickoff?
But anyways,
It happens, buddy.
I mean, it happens, but
But I'm just saying, I'm not real too like all hot and bothered. I'm not going to lose sleep at night because we kick a ball out of bounds. Like,
yeah, but whenever it's big and key and they start at the 40-yard line, that's pretty big.
yeah, well,
It'll hurt you in the ass eventually.
sometimes I'd rather kick it out of bounds than kick it to a good returner.
But I mean, let's see a punt. I'd like to see a punt team, honestly, like return team.
You think we'll see a fake or save it for Georgia?
I think I'd use it.
Yeah, that fake is coming.
The fake's coming.
It's coming. We're saving it, but
And I think
I think-
Missouri knows it too, and I think Georgia knows it too. It's coming.
I think if we do it, it's going to be against Georgia.
Thank you, D&M Fencing, for sponsoring our keys to the game. Florida, Alabama, Georgia, or other, we are slacking. Zach's gonna cut us. He's gonna cut us. But C&D Tire and Oak Ridge sponsors our Missouri segment. We're gonna call it this week. So what do you got, Spur?
Well, I got some stupid laws in the state of Missouri, so we're going to talk about how dumb they are yet again. So in Missouri, it is illegal to drive with an uncaged bear. So if you're going to drive around in your car with a bear in Missouri, it must be in a cage. Yeah.
Huh? It's got to be in.
It's got to be in a cage.
He's still
It can't
trying.
be
He's still
uncaged.
trying to comprehend what you're saying.
Yeah. Spanky, listen to this one, y'all. Y'all need to listen. You got any kids? If you're under the age of 21 and you take out the trash and put it in an outside trash can, if there is even a single empty alcoholic beverage container, you could be charged with illegal possession of alcohol.
Then how are you supposed to get rid of it?
Well, figure it out. Don't
Leave
let
it
your
in
kids
the
take out
house.
trash. Yep.
Oh, okay.
In Missouri, it is illegal to honk your horn as you might scare a horse.
Please tell me if y'all go and you see a horse, please
Well,
honk your horn.
this is about Columbia and Columbia only, so it's all
Oh wow. Okay.
Clotheslines are forbidden in Columbia.
Dang, can't give no
But
lariat. Cannot.
hanging your clothes on a fence post is perfectly okay. So
Spur, so I guess we got to use a lariat, not a clothesline, if you got to work in the state of Missouri.
and you are not allowed in the state of Missouri to worry squirrels.
Huh? Worry
You're
squirrels?
not allowed to worry squirrels.
So like scare them.
You can't worry them, whatever that means.
Oh, squirrels.
And
there's no
Vawl says it is illegal for 4 or more unrelated women to rent an apartment together. Yep, that's it.
Well, you got on that one, Corbin.
Damn.
Oh, shoot. Well, we got a tie between Spanky and Spur on the duel, so we need some more votes coming in. We're going to have to do paper, rock, scissors or something. Jerry Gibson says, if you score under a minute, take all the time you need on that extra point. Lay down, big guy. Yeah, that's funny. That's definitely done on purpose. For sure. Jeff Hensley says, bend, don't break. Defense, don't settle for field goals. It's going to take touchdowns. Vawls by 17. I couldn't agree more with that. There's so many times during the Bama game and stuff that you're just, I mean, the field goals are nice, but you got to put it in the end zone.
Hey, Missouri ticket's going pretty cheap right now.
Yeah, what are you talking
We're trying to get you to go, Corbin.
I can get a sideline ticket, like 2 rows in the field for $51.
You going to go with us, Corbin?
That's a dang good deal right there.
You going to go?
When you leaving?
Friday afternoon.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it
Oh,
out.
that's fine.
He'll start drinking now.
Thank you to my great friend Zach at C&D Tire in Oak Ridge for letting us do that fun segment. We'll be right back, and we're going to do our weekly predictions.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your man here, the Spank. Like myself, D&M Fencing are the best in the business today. They can install wood, chain link, vinyl, picket, composed metal, barbed wire. Heck, bring them bamboo sticks, and they can install them things for you too. D&M Fencing, do it right the first time. Their numbers are 865-435-4515 or 865-387-1026. Give my friend Ted a call today. That's D&M Fencing.
All right, and we're back. So we've got our pick'ems. I've got a draw out of the cup of misfortune. Me and Corbin tied last week, but he got closer to the score than I did. Are y'all wanting to shake this, or you want me to grab one?
I got you. Miranda, you seen me at Darnell's today. You can't vote for Corbin over and over and over and over and over.
Is she on here now?
Yeah.
I've
She
been
voted
wondering
for
where
Corbin
she's
like
at.
4 times.
I'm not seeing her comments.
Well, you missed all kinds of votes here, probably on Facebook.
I am going to, before we do this, I'm going to do the Waffle House Challenge next week. Because I'm a man like everybody else.
Yeah, you guys know what next week is, right?
Let me pull this up then, because my comments ain't working.
What?
Do you know what next week is, Corbin?
It's next week.
It's the greatest day in all of space and time. November the 16th.
Oh, it's Coke Santa's birthday. Yeah.
Daggum.
It is the birthday of the greatest man.
Well, if it was for effort, Corbin's definitely
Ever.
got it. I don't know why these votes wasn't coming in.
Am I on top or something?
Hold on, let me.
Everybody hold up. Everybody hold up.
Hold
hold up.
Wait a minute. We got to get a recount here.
All right, let's see.
Got to get a recount.
Come on with it.
Are we counting votes after votes after votes?
No.
I appreciate all my fans. I love you all.
We've got a 3-way tie now.
Come on with it.
Matt Anderson helped you out there, Corbin. 3-way tie
Appreciate
on the duel,
you,
so
Matt.
we need somebody to break this
we
up.
need another question.
Come on. I'm the only
Let's see.
one that's actually went out and actually gave promotion to
Let's
this
see what I gotta
championship.
do
Oh, my
for
God.
losing last week. Oh man,
What'd you get?
Oh man, you see, you really get depressed.
record yourself painting your toes and fingernails orange and post it on social media.
I'm gonna have orange hair. You're gonna have orange toes and fingers.
You need some Uggs when you do that.
We can do that.
I'll do it. We gotta get some remover though.
Screw it, I'll do it too.
I can't talk bad about Uggs. Uggs are nice.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Hey, while we're waiting on the votes, did y'all see that they're going to make a new Longest Yard movie?
Oh, son.
I did see that. That is I don't know how a sequel would go with that, but
And they'd probably do it like they did with, this would be the third Longest Yard. They'd probably just redo it.
they made a second.
Corbin. The Adam Sandler one is the
All right, so
second.
Oh, yeah, that is right.
before we get to the predictions, we'll go ahead and get this out of the way. Corbin has won the duel.
Let's go.
How?
He
Look at the
texted
votes.
somebody that
Look
could
at the
hear
votes.
Who was the last person to vote for him?
The last two would be your mom, Spanky, and then Lauren Anderson.
Ask him to even listen
He's
to the
voting
duel.
You
for
even got
Corbin
my
as well.
Thank you, Lauren. Love you. Thank you, Spanky's mom. I love you too.
Oh, get away from my
He's
mom.
he's probably about to pay a visit to Mama here in a
Give her
little bit.
hepatitis C.
Hey, I gotta vote for Randy Swift. Voted for me on the actual Facebook.
I got that one.
They're just jealous because I'm the best. I'm the best looking swimmer.
I do appreciate it. I'm gonna take this I'm gonna take it to Missouri this weekend. You know that. I'm gonna take it
You
up
can
to
have it
Missouri.
over your shoulder as you're getting carried out again.
All right, so let's do our predictions, and then Spur will give you details on our giveaway. Our records so far: Corbin is in first place, going 68-34. Me and Spur are tied for second at 66-36, and then
up.
Spanky is in last place at 64-38. So let's get into game one: Tennessee, Missouri.
Vawls.
Vawl for life. We roll.
Tennessee.
Vawls for me too. Game two: Ole Miss at Georgia.
Ole Miss pulls off the upset this week.
Ole Miss.
Hotty toddy gosh almighty. Who are we? Flip, hang, whip. Yeah, however they say it. I don't know.
You go Ole Miss as well?
Yep.
There we go, brother.
That's what we're talking about.
I hope to God it's Ole Miss, but I got to keep my pick'ems going, so I'm going with Georgia.
Yeah, same. I want Ole Miss to win. I don't think Lane can win the big one, and I'm going to go Georgia. Game 3, Michigan at Penn State.
Penn State.
Wolverines.
You know, the powers that be have anything to do with it. Penn State will win, but I believe Michigan's a better team right now. I'm going Michigan.
Spanky, who did you say? Wolverines.
Michigan. Yep.
Game 4, Utah at
Who'd you
Washington. Oh, my bad. I've got Michigan as well. I really want Penn State to win, but Game 4, Utah at Washington.
I'm going with the Adidas school, Washington.
Let's take Washington all the way.
Michael Penix, Washington.
That's 4 Washingtons. I'm going Washington as well. Game 5, Oregon at USC.
What is this going to be? 5 in a row for USC or 4 in a row?
Quack, quack,
Yep.
quack, quack.
Oregon.
Go Ducks.
4 in a row.
It's going to be 4 in a row. Oregon.
That is also 4 Oregons. I'm going with the Ducks as well. Game 6, getting into the NFL, Saints at Vikings.
Josh Dobbs is leading the Vikings to another win.
You know, the Saints have a pretty good defense. I'm not like their offense, though, hardly all year long. I think Minnesota's good enough to beat them with Josh Dobbs.
Minnesota is stacked on the receiving lineup, honestly, and Minnesota's defense isn't bad either. So, give me Minnesota.
It's 4 Minnesotas, 4 Vikings as well. Go Dobbs, baby. Game 7, Titans at Bucks.
I'm going to go with the Titans here. Tighten up.
Now, both teams are at 3 and 5, and they're both badly needing a win. The last time Baker Mayfield played against Tennessee's Mike Vrabel's team, we shut them down. So I'm going to go with the Titans to win a low-scoring game.
You know, there's a bunch of 3 and 5 teams out there.
There is.
Not so fast. Give me the Bucks, Baker Mayfield. I don't know how the Titans has won the 3 games they've won, to be honest with you.
No confidence in Levis, huh?
No, it's not just Levis, it's just the whole team in general. The whole team's just...
Titans' defense is good.
Mm-hmm.
Real good.
I don't think... I just think Titans, it's all around just...
No faith.
I have no faith at all in the Titans.
I'm going Titans. Game 8, 49ers at Jaguars.
I'm going to go with the Niners here in this.
Give it the Jags. I think the Jags may be a sleeper Super Bowl team.
Trevor Lawrence.
Wow. Okay.
Give me the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence. He's doing dang good things. The longest winning streak in the NFL right now. Who would have ever thought the Jaguars would have had that?
Tennessee could have had Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, and T. Higgins.
We could have had.
Rodgers.
We could have.
And Michael Penix and
Don't fit the system.
But if it's,
I'm going 49ers.
if
Going 49ers.
cans and butts were candy and nuts, we'd have a Merry Christmas.
Game 9, Browns at Ravens.
Ravens are pretty hot right now. I saw a graphic today.
Browns got the best defense in the NFL.
yes, they do.
I saw a graphic today, and if you look at the updated Super Bowl logos past few years, last year it was green,
Here goes
And
the
red.
conspiracy. Earth's flat.
okay? A few years ago, it was
Did
when
you
it was
say
the
the
49ers
Ravens?
and the Chiefs. And then this year's it's purple and red. So, my theory is the Ravens are going to go to the Super Bowl. So I'm
Against
going to go with the
49ers,
Ravens in
there
this
you
one.
go. I'm taking the Ravens.
Or it could be the Chiefs versus the Vikings. Josh Dobbs will lead them all the way.
Give me the Ravens. Lamar Jackson is a beast right now. That Ravens team is just phenomenal. Browns do have the best defense in the league. I would say that. They just, on offense, they got a lot of problems at the moment. A lot of injury problems, but, like, I don't know if Deshaun. I don't know if Deshaun going to end up playing 2 plays or going to play the whole game. And then running back's a question mark.
I'm going to go in Ravens as well. Commanders at Seahawks.
It's a good game. I like Sam Hart at Washington. I like Commanders in this one.
I'm going to go with Seahawks.
Give me the Seahawks, but I'll say this about the Commanders. They're one of them teams that are like, you don't know if they're going to win or they're going to come out and lose by 30. Like, they're either going to win by 30, come out and lose by 30. But they're good. They're a decent team. They're not god-awful.
I'm going the Seahawks as well. Tiebreaker, total number of points scored, Tennessee versus Missouri.
Give your official prediction, too. Just for shits and giggles.
Official prediction.
Yeah. What do you think the score's going to be, and then your total points?
I don't have that. I just got
Wait,
total points.
I just got total points. I'm going with Tennessee 72.
Well, then I do
Total
math.
points.
72.
Well, I'll tell you. I predict Tennessee wins 38-31 for a total of 69 points.
I just give me, you know what? For Spanky, 72.
72.
72. Give me. I'll take 73.
73.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 66. I'm
That's a
going
good
with
number.
66. No, it's not.
a
I'm
good
going with
number.
I'm going with 66. All right, Spur. Let the listeners know one more time how to enter in this giveaway.
Hey, check out the Vawls Deep Podcast Facebook page. These 10 games will be on there. The tiebreaker will be the total points scored in the Tennessee-Missouri game. So get your picks in before Saturday morning. We'll close it off, and come Monday morning, I'll get on Facebook. I'll log in or somehow figure out a way to figure out who the winner is going to be. The last few weeks, we've had somewhere in excess of 45 people enter this contest. So keep them coming. We love seeing everybody vote every week.
Thank you all for listening to us, whether it's live or after we publish this on our live on Spotify, Amazon, Apple.
Well, hit the comments one more time. We got a lot of people coming in. Travis Duncan commented in about T. Higgins and Maury Rogers. Like, it is sad how much we missed out on.
It's sad.
Corbin, we're about to hit our time, man. We're about to be done before 10 o'clock, man.
Miranda says, so at the end of each sports season, I think Luke should duel against the one who wins the duel the most. I have to go back and tally them up.
You know, something interesting, the over-under for Tennessee-Missouri is only 58.5. Newsflash, take the over.
Yeah, I think so, too. James Fair says, Spanky, move the mic closer. Yeah, I tell him that all the time.
Do you guys really want me to move the mic closer? Yeah. 1 minute, y'all tell me to be quiet. Next minute, tell me to move the mic closer.
That's because you get it so close, you're breathing into it.
Travis Duncan says, we
love it.
never had T. Higgins or Amari Rogers as long as Butch was the coach. That's probably very true.
Travis knows a little bit about Butch Jones. I will say that.
He knows a little bit about
Hey,
Butch.
look, we need to talk about old Lyles. He's actually.
Oh, what about 30 seconds ago? It was we got to go.
Well, no, look, you make a good
happened?
point. We might as well just stay now.
You got time.
But look,
He does.
Lyles, he's turned around Arkansas State.
No, he's not.
Hey,
They got-
15,000 fans in their stadium. He's begging for more.
Hey, they got 5 wins right. They're up at 5 wins right now.
They're 5-4.
He's got them turned around, man.
Go Red Wolves.
Life champions.
Hey, they're an Adidas school too.
5-star hearts.
They're an Adidas school, man.
Eye discipline.
Something about teams that wear black and Adidas. I don't know. Just
Brick
something
by
about
brick.
So Colorado's so terrible you on Arkansas State now? Is that what that's
I
what
guarantee that's where he'll be going next.
No.
He's
Get him- get
he's
him
a
a-
traveler.
Get him a Red Wolves shirt.
He is a traveler. Miranda says Vols by 50. Justin Morrison says, guys, enjoy it every week. Go
Appreciate
Vols. Appreciate you. Let's see. Alma, he says good night. Jerry Gibson says 62 is the score prediction. Thank you all for listening to us, and we're growing fast on all of our accounts. And we'll see you all again soon.